Hey guys, welcome to another episode of a Dine Mall series. Today we're in the Concord Mall in Elkhart, Indiana. Let's take a peek inside. This is the very first time visiting a dead mall out in Indiana. I've heard a lot of requests and news from other bloggers like Ace's Adventures and Around Indiana. They have excellent channels and all around nice people. There's not a lot of background history of this mall. It's a best kept secret in my opinion due to the fact of the amount of classic interior that was preserved. Oftentimes even dead malls, they go through a full remodel and redevelopment throughout its lifetime, and the mall oftentimes loses its vintage charm. This did not happen with this mall, luckily. Virtually all of the original 1970s design elements remain. The mall layout is a fairly classic design. It's a single level with a department store slot on either end and a third slot branching off from the middle. The middle portion of the mall is an atrium with a children's play area. There is a main entrance in the middle of the mall, the spot that I entered, and hosts a mini food court called The Grove with one open restaurant in the area and Enzo's Pizza. Here we're at the center portion of the children's area. The spot sits lower than the rest of the mall. The area has steps and lined with brick with built-in plant beds. They also have a desk here for security, which had somebody there manned to it. Had to keep my wits about myself and not get spotted. It would definitely be a letdown driving over 200 miles just to get kicked out of the mall. The mall opened in 1972 and had anchors Montgomery Ward and Robertson's. JCPenney was added as a third anchor in 1976. As of 2020, two department stores remain, a Hobby Lobby and the JCPenney's. Carson's opened in 2011, but closed at the beginning of 2018 as part of 42 other store closures. And it looks like they blocked off the store 100 or so feet away. It makes sense since this was the most vacant portion of the mall. About 10 storefronts are blocked off right now. The Grove is a fairly modern addition to the food court in conjunction to the other tables they have out in the foyer area. It almost looks like its own restaurant since it's tucked into the side, but it's the actual food court addition. It looks nice and inviting, and I would definitely eat there if I come back here again. The planters are the most interesting aspect of the space. There are 3 of them spaced evenly apart and stick up 4 feet or so from the floor. They align with the skylights and have lined with mosaic or ceramic tile, and the design of the skylights are interesting too. They're shaped exactly the same as the planters. There are 2 pyramid-shaped ones and 1 circular one, that one being on the JCPenney wing. A few department store shuffling took place from when the original department stores JCPenney's, Montgomery Ward's, and Robertson's opened. In 1976, the same time JCPenney's was added as a third anchor, Robertson's closed and Mice and then Elder Bierman moved in. In 2011, the Elder Bierman was rebranded as Carson's, and after Montgomery Ward closed its building, it was split between Hobby Lobby, which opened in 2002, and ABC Warehouse. It's truly a shame of what has become of this shopping center. Many of the stores have left, and it only leaves a handful of smaller stores, along with 2 department stores, a Hobby Lobby, which will probably stay for a while. But the JCPenney, as of June 4, 2020, is closing as part of a plan to close 242 stores nationwide. The architectural themed interior with the unique circular and pyramid-shaped planters, along with the recessed sitting areas, should all be preserved in a museum. The future of this space as a shopping center is probably not realistic, but using the space as offices would make the most sense. Maybe repurposing the space as a conference center, similar to what was done to the Beloit Plaza in Wisconsin. But having it stay as a mall is probably not in its future. Let's take another look at the elements of the inside that makes this mall a step into nostalgia. The skylights and planters, along with the built-in seating areas, you just can't find anywhere anymore. The space gives off a certain zen that no other mall can give. While visiting, there were several people lounging around the built-in seating areas. I actually ran into somebody who was napping at one end of the mall. Some have mentioned visiting during the evening while it's dark. The lighting, as it reflects off the surfaces, gives off an entirely different feel for the space. We'll definitely have to come here again and check it out. In 2017, a Los Angeles-based real estate investment group announced plans for redeveloping the mall with mixed-use development. The plan included a lifestyle-type format with retail, dining, and hotel with multifamily housing and entertainment. The mall will be renamed Concord Town Center with the changes. Elements of the plan have not materialized, and as of 2020, a Chicago-based real estate company, Caprock, took over the operations in the beginning of 2020. One of the executives said that there are no plans of closing the mall, and they hope to clean up the mall's image and attract new tenants and increase overall traffic. They didn't go further into detail on the specifics, but the firm currently has 3 other Michigan properties in their portfolio and 1 million square feet in commercial real estate. Sometimes I wish I had a place like this I could just come to and lie down and let my mind be clear. Like I said, this place gives off a certain zen that I think everyone else seems to notice. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the first mall filmed in Indiana, and hopefully not the last. If you have any other questions or requests of other malls to visit, let me know, And please subscribe and hit the like button, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, guys.